In 2016, my wife was 36 years old and we had a couple of children at the time, and she was diagnosed with breast cancer. About 18 months later, we found that the cancer had spread to the bones, and so her cancer was now metastatic or terminal. But about 3 years where she went through various forms of treatment, chemotherapy and some other medications. As things got towards the end, and obviously it was very hard to predict when that was going to be, we requested for the medical oncologist to refer us to palliative care because we were aware of the benefit of early referral to palliative care, both for management of our symptoms, but also to sort of increase the quality and duration of our life. I am also a doctor, so I was aware of how palliative care is perceived by community at large. I wanted to really sort of be part of opening up that conversation around palliative care and seeing that it's not a scary thing to be involved with. It doesn't mean that life is now over and that there's no hope. Palliative care should really be an area in which everyone is involved and is optimistic about their involvement in either their own care or their loved one's care. Just as other parts of medicine are important for living well and remaining healthy, palliative care for me is about, well, the end of life, how do we do that as well as we can? I think for me, the most important thing was that people were open and that they were honest about the discomfort of the situation. We all feel uncomfortable around death to some degree, but we've all experienced suffering in life. And I think that that's something that we can all use when we are talking with someone who's lost a loved one, our own experience of suffering and ability to empathize. We don't usually want to hear about someone's own example of how they've lost someone or of their own particular journey at that moment in time. That's probably also not the best way in which to let someone know that you care about them. But we're all going to die. We all know people who've died. We've all suffered. It's about being open about that fact and recognizing, for the sadness and tragedy that it is.